So millions of people in harmony, possessing nothing, but you can see their joys, they are fearless. Look, with everything, we are creating more fear, you know. This Massachusetts, you know, bomber, two brothers, one was caught. For another one, can you see how much energy and time and money was wasted? Because he could do this, he could do this. We are living under fear. See, just the thing. The fearlessness. So when you see Kumbh Mela, millions of people, you know, things. I'm not saying they're doing the right thing, but just the feeling, you know, the thing. So awareness is the thing. And people feel more security having nothing. Like you are saying.
How do you spell that?
Kumbh, K-U-M-B-H. M-B-H. Mela, second word is M-E-L-A. Mela means gathering. Kumbh means part.
Okay.
And historical thing like nectar fell in places, and Ganges is a holy river where you bathe to purify.
I see.
So all people gather together
Right.
to bathe every 12 years. But I see some of that
For
point.
2 months, right, Shanti?
Huh?
For 2 months long they do it, right?
Yes, it goes on every 12 years, every 6 years. It's a shorter thing, and they believe, you know, by bathing in Ganges you become purified. They're polluting Ganges, and you cannot purify by bathing in the river, just like baptism, you know. You get baptized, it's symbolic, so you learn, so you don't. But I'm not agreeing with that, but the whole point is, you are co-creator of your destiny, and what makes us weak is everything available easily. So we don't cultivate our inner power. And especially with all the gadgets and tools available, the new generation is very weak. They're very smart, but they don't have wisdom. They forget common sense. Medical doctors are specialized so much, they forget common sense. See, this is what is happening today. And also with all the comforts, we are increasing so much fear. So really we are killing ourselves with fear rather than lack of things, you know. So things like that. After this, then I wrote, this one explains a lot. So like I showed you the video, and I especially wrote the chapter for yoga teachers. What is the place of body in the total picture? Body is furthest away in the planetary system, if you look at it. Body is the ice cube, my astral body is the water, and this is the vapor. What is powerful? Body is like a boat to cross the ocean. You don't hang on to the body, you have to get out of the body. You know, you go with a car, and you reach your destination, well, I want to stay in the car. You have to get out of. So the people forget. So I have those things explained. Also non-attachment I explain in this book. Then I wrote second book, filled with quotes and affirmations. So there are lots of them. And this has all the scriptures, many scriptures explained, and explaining with this chart. And this is the last book where I have some of my, you know, experiences and think, and guru, disciple, and just some of the things. And this is the end of my writing because people don't read. So videos, so with videos, go around, and hopefully people get the message.
Did you put yourself through college? Did you work and put yourself through
No,
college?
because it was supported by government.
Oh, okay.
I used to stay in boarding school.
Oh.
Just at that time,
Uh-huh.
it would be 1958 or 1960, around that time. No, even before that.
So
because
you studied in India?
He studied undergraduate in India, but stayed in the boarding school, which cost 10 rupees. 10 rupees would be 50 rupees is $1, so it was quarter a month
Wow.
Wow.
for room and board, everything. But we had to do ourselves, you know. We had to serve food, wash our clothes,
Right, you really had to work.
work,
You
yes.
couldn't just...
I did not have my shoes, you know, all through the high school. It's nothing, just 2 pairs of clothes. And I see such a beauty in having nothing, you know.
Right.
There's so much burden. It's to get rid of things.
Right.
Just simplicity.
Yes.
Just like so many people live in two-room house, you know, still it's true. And all your possession, like there is one cabinet, like one shelf is for me, one for my brother, one other cabinet, or his sister, each cabinet. That's it. The things. No, you just say hardship, and you have to do yourself. No running water, no electricity. And those years I consider, you know, really happy time. That was a happy time, much more than happy. So I'm explaining the beauty of simplicity.
Right. Because you didn't know outside of that
Right.
world.
So-
And sometimes that is a real blessing. I wonder why that doesn't happen to people, like for example in Atlantic City where you have this community called Stanley something or another homes, where you have all of these poverty people living there killing each other. They're killing each other.
Right, because without awareness, poverty would be a
But
curse.
that's what that was going to
Without
be.
awareness.
You're blessed to have the awareness.
And that came from previous incarnations.
So my dad was really, really poor, very poor.
Yes.
And he and his family would go out, they lived right behind the railroad tracks. The coal trains would come by and shake the coal off the track, onto the tracks, and he would go with burlap sacks and so they could heat their home. My father is the only one in his family that came out of that mess, worked since he was 5 years old and created this, but, you know,
Yes.
so what I'm saying is that why is it that only a few out of bazillions of people get that awareness and that blessing?
Yes.
Why is that?
Because soul goes through different bodies, different experiences, and becomes mature. So some souls, they are ready to awaken and they are put into their environment. Actually, they are suffocated, and suffocation gives chance for explosion. Just like steam, you know,
Right.
like the bombers, they use steam,
Right,
a pressure cooker
right.
for explosion. Pressure builds up explosion. Same way, sometimes hardships allows you to awaken, explode.
But only a few people seem to awaken.
Right, so only few people are ready for it. Most people
Oh, I see.
become so bitter,
Yeah,
so they become jihadists. So this is,
I see.
okay. But what I'm saying is, no matter whatever situation outside, if you have awareness, hardship doesn't matter, comfort doesn't matter. You used to take to your advantage. If you don't have awareness, hardship, you become bitter. And
Is it-
comfort, you become lazy, or
Is it possible to go to Stanley Homes here in Atlantic City and teach them somehow awareness? You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Can you teach people awareness?
Yes.
Can you teach them something?
we can teach all we want to teach. Only those who are ready will catch it.
I see.
See, no use of wasting time. So this is our idea that